Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be doing an engine flush on the Civic before I do an oil change. This is a STP high mileage engine flush. So it is supposed to be deep clean, you know, get all the gunk out of the engine. And I guess we'll go through it while we do it. I'll be pouring this and then we'll run the vehicle for 5 to 15 minutes on idle, according to instructions. Do not drive the vehicle, so we won't be driving the vehicle. We'll just let it idle for like 15 minutes and then we'll do an oil change, and then we'll get to see how nasty the oil comes out, I guess. We'll be pouring the engine flush, or whatever you call it, detergent. Oops. So there goes 15 minutes, guys. I'll be shutting the vehicle off here in a minute. Alright, so now I'm gonna jack it up and drain the oil. And I'll give you guys a view of that nasty oil after the engine flush. Yeah, it's pretty nasty. On the block, so. But I do like to add a little bit of oil just to make the oil filters, you know, get a little bit soaked so it doesn't take too long to find. I mean, I guess you don't really have to do it, but I like to do it. I am using some Super high mileage synthetic oil, especially because I did the engine flush. Whatever, you know. So I won't add too much, but and then I'll just make sure to add some oil on the seals because it does help when removing the oil filter in your next oil change. And I just like to kind of go around and around. I don't know if you guys can see that oil inside. And it slowly starts to seep in inside the oil. Okay, there you go. So it's slowly going away. You don't have to do this, it's just what I prefer. And I am using some FAM oil filter, especially because I plan on doing an oil filter. Like I said earlier, within 500 to 1,000 miles. I'll probably do in 1,000 miles. I'm not going to do that soon. Remember, ready, tighty, lefty, loosey. Three and a half quarts. So it should be between the 3 and the 2. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the hard part. Not spilling anything. So it was a little bit over, I think it was a little bit over 3.5 quarts, but it's right on the dot. Second dot, and we did use, I don't know, a little bit over 3.5 quarts, give or take. Just a perspective, just in case you guys are doing it at home. That's about where I stop with a 5 quart gallon. So something to keep in mind. Okay, so that's pretty much it. That's how you do an engine flush. It's not really anything special to it, just doing that. Tools that you will need is a torque wrench, half-inch torque wrench, and a 14 millimeter for the oil drain plug for your oil pan, a jack and a jack stand, obviously simple stuff, and your engine oil flush, which I bought the STP stuff right here. Again, this is what I use for my engine flush stuff. I've never used this stuff, but I'll give it a shot, see how it works, and it did look like it worked because my oil was pretty dirty. As you can see right here, that's how the oil came out, and my oil was not overdue, so it did something, that's for sure. Alright guys, well, thanks for watching. Come on,